That is my only hint to my Starbucks cup. Tell me that's like not the universe having my back. Like then we started getting weird feelings. I now have my own apartment. Why am I crying? 2-3 years later, we end up back in the same town. I'm moving to... Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm so excited to be filming this video. If you're new, hi, my name is Jill or Jillian, whatever works. If you've been around for a while, you know I love filming these like big life updates in my car. Anytime I'm in my car and chatting, you know I'm probably about to tell you something that's like on my mind, something you need to know. Here we are in the car. I'm doing this because whenever I'm in the car with my friends, we usually chat, update each other on life, and like that's where we have some of our best conversations. And I look at you guys like you're my friends. That's why I'm filming in my car. That is why we're filming this life update. Usually with my friends, it's over coffee, and we have a coffee. Starbucks, actually, and that is my first hint and only hint before I get into the life update. And camera already ran out of storage. Where were we? This happens every life update as well. There's always something. If you've been keeping up with the vlogs, then you probably have like an idea of where I'm going. That is my only hint, my Starbucks cup. That's the only hint you get. If you aren't familiar with the vlogs, then you might be confused. So I'm sweating my actual ass off right now. It is the only day so far this summer it has not rained, but I'm seeing dark clouds roll in, so I'm trying to film this like, you know, with enough time so it doesn't downpour while we're filming this video. Anyway, so if you're new here, I don't know how you stumbled on this video, but I'm happy you're here. Welcome. We are gonna go through a quick history portion of this video so you understand how I got to where I am. So this all makes sense, okay? So, very long story short. My name is Jill. I'm 21 years old and I work in hospitality. I am from Rhode Island. My boyfriend is from South Africa, and we are obviously together as a couple. And we are both working seasonally in hospitality. We are working seasonally in hospitality because my boyfriend is on a work visa, which means he can work no longer than 1 year in one place. So typically, people who are on these work visas travel seasonally. They travel with the snowbirds, they travel with the tourists, etc., etc. They travel like up north, northern US, anywhere where there's like 4 seasons. They travel there in the summer, and then in the winter they go down south or to like a ski club or somewhere. A ski club, yeah, that makes sense. Somewhere where that's like the season. That's like people are traveling there. It's like they travel where the tourists travel, basically. This is my boyfriend's second work visa, so this isn't like a new thing for us. But I just never traveled with him the first time he was doing this. I am from Rhode Island, and we went from Rhode Island to Florida. I took the winter off. I did not really work this past winter, but my boyfriend did in Florida. He worked in Lake Wales, Florida. Then we decided to come out to Arizona. We wanted to switch it up. We needed some change. We needed something different, and that's how we got out to Arizona. And now we're moving again. So that is like the rundown. That is my life. I film vlogs wherever I go in the world. We love traveling. So I've been in Flagstaff, Arizona for the past like 3 months now. That is crazy. You guys probably remember when we got here. The past like 2.5, 3 months. And we're moving again. And I am so excited. Water break because I'm sweating. So in this video, I'm going to be going over a few subjects, I guess. I'm kind of just going to chat. This is how this kind of life update videos always go. I just talk and we get something out of it, hopefully, usually. We're talking about moving, where we're moving, you know why we're moving, but where we're moving, how I feel about it, what it's gonna bring, my feelings about living in Arizona, and just all that, how long we plan on doing all this, etc., etc. I guess I should start with like where we're going, because I feel like you guys only care about that to know like what's going on, and then you're gonna like probably tune out after. But if you're gonna stay, we have a lot more to talk about. So drum roll, please. Where am I moving? Can someone drum roll? I'm moving to Palm Beach, Florida. Round of applause. I'm waiting for like people to like yell and chant. No one's doing that. It's just me in my car alone. Every time I talk about it, I get so excited, and I actually like want to cry usually when I talk about it. There's so many reasons why. In my next vlog, I like get real emotional about it because I had like just found out the news and like so much was happening. The vlog was filmed about a month ago. It's not as fresh, but it still makes me so excited talking about it. So my boyfriend and I are moving to Palm Beach, Florida. We did get an apartment. We just signed our lease last week. I like, can't believe it. Throughout the next few vlogs, the next few weeks of vlogs, I documented like a few of those big things, and so you'll be able to see like it in the process, but I'm kind of just dumping it all on you in this video. But my boyfriend and I did sign a lease. We signed a 1-year lease in Palm Beach. So with his visa, he can't stay anywhere longer than a year in one place. He is allowed to stay somewhere for a year. So typically he doesn't, and we don't, and most people don't, but I think anything is subject to change, but I'm pretty positive this year we are going to stay in Palm Beach for a full year. So from October, so we're moving at the end of September, so there's gonna be more road trip vlogs, so many road trip vlogs. So we're gonna be going from the end of September, starting in October, until the next October, so October 2023. We are following the guidelines of the visa rules, and we're gonna be able to stay in Palm Beach for a full year. This, I'm getting chills just thinking about this. This, honestly, I think the universe, like, had our backs on this one. And again, I talk more about this in the next vlog you're gonna see in a few days, but I am gonna talk about it a little bit now so it makes sense. So I'm gonna start by saying, when we first got together, Tyron was in Palm Beach, Florida. We were doing long distance. So he's lived there before. When we started dating, he worked in Palm Beach, which is so funny. It's like full circle moments keep happening. There's like 3 more full circle moments just with this one update. So we always talked about potentially going there, but just because of the places, like the limited places he could work, it just never worked out. Like, we ended up traveling, as you know, and then he couldn't get visas because of COVID, and then he ended up somewhere else in Florida this past year, and it's just been like so many different things, but never was Palm Beach on our radar. We actually applied and interviewed for places in Key West, Florida. We started that process like before we even left Florida, back in what, April, May time. We were applying to places in Key West. We applied and interviewed and we got the jobs, but for some reason we just like didn't feel right about it, so we didn't take it. We applied to a place in Montana. There was an extra step we had to complete. I thought everything was completed, but there ended up being an extra step that we never completed for like the interview process, so we never ended up interviewing there. So that didn't work out. Tyron got a message from an old manager he used to work with like 4 years ago when he worked in Palm Beach. And he was like, hey, I'm at this new place, this new like company, and I would love to hire you and Jill. Like, I'd love to interview her and re-interview you and to see if you would like the job. Like, we can go over money, we can talk about logistics, we can go over all of it. We were like, okay, but we had these other things already, like we were working on those other things because it was good money. We knew people, like it, you know, the pieces were in place for those other places, right? Or so we thought. And then he started getting texts from like his friends, and they were like, hey man, you two should really go to this place. Another text, like 3 people reached out to him about this place, and we were like, why don't we just have the call? Because he wasn't really sure totally about it, because we just had so many other things going on that we were like, do we really need to have like another option? Like, that sounds a little excessive. And then we were like, all right, let's just get on the call. We ended up getting on this call, and if you remember from that vlog, I was so happy after the call. Everything just made sense. Everything made sense for us. The money was good. We were going to be in a prime location, somewhere where Tyron loved. I really like Florida. Tyron has already lived in this area. He loves it. We're going to be working with someone who we can actually like trust and rely on, because Tyron already worked with him. So he already knows this person, which is wonderful. This industry is so small. Everybody knows everybody. So you can easily get a good or bad reputation. And it just felt right. Like, it just felt good. But we didn't fully decide. We were like, all right, let's just like take some time to think about it. Take a few weeks. Oh my God, I'm sweating. I need to put on the AC for a minute. In the middle of the story. Sorry to leave you hanging. Okay, so back to the story. So basically we were like taking some time to think about it. Like, then we started getting weird feelings about the other places. We were just like, I don't know. Because the Montana place, we'd have to live in the winter. We didn't want to live in the winter. Though the money would have been good, we didn't want to live in the winter. Okay. And then the other place, the place in Key West, it's a great place. It just wasn't feeling right for this time around, which is funny because we actually had talked about working at that specific place 3 years ago, but it didn't work out. Okay. So these two things didn't work out, and we were like, logistics are perfect. Money is good. We're in a prime location. Let's sign. Okay, so I ended up signing. In the background of all of this, a few things were happening. One, Tyron's best friends are going to be living in Palm Beach. He has not been in the same place as all of his friends in 4 years because they've all just been out of the country because of visas and COVID, and none of it's worked out. We've met a lot of people on this like work visa program, so that's when I say friends. Like, he made a really good group of friends like before me, and he hasn't been with them in years. So that's the first thing. So they're all gonna be there, which means he's gonna be so close to people who are like his family, which makes me so happy for him. It makes me kind of want to cry. Being away from your home in general is hard. Being out of the country and not being able to leave with the risk of not being able to then go back is so like stressful and sad, and there's so many emotions. Like, it's exciting and he's with me, but he has family. Like, he has a life like in another country. Like, it's not just me. Like, I'm not his only part of life. Like, there's so many other aspects of like a person's life besides like your partner. He has family, he has friends, and they're all like not here. But knowing he's gonna be, it's like his best friend too. So like knowing that they're gonna be together just makes me so happy. I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills. And like I said, this wasn't planned. Like, this was not, why am I crying? I have already like talked about this. Like, it's not, I'm just really happy. I'm so happy I'm like crying. Like I said, we didn't plan on doing this. It just worked out, but I really think the universe had our back. Okay, so there's that. I'm still away from my family. All my friends are in New England, but I'm gonna cry again. I met my best friend Holly 3 years ago. She's from Northern Ireland, so she was only in the US on a student visa. It just so happens that she worked in the same place that I worked, in the same restaurant, and we got like super, super close. Then she left to go back to Northern Ireland. She was supposed to come back to the US the past like 2 years for her placement year. It's basically like, long story short, it's for her hospitality program. Basically, you get like real life experience. They like send you to another country to work. So she gets work, she gets paid, like she's working, she's living here. And then she like would normally go back and finish her school. Because of COVID, she couldn't get back here. Her visa like wouldn't go through, so she wasn't able to come back here. So she ended up finishing school and is now doing her placement year this year. And guess where she's doing her placement year? In Palm Beach, Florida. What are the odds? Like, what are the odds of that? And so for the past 2 years, I've been in and out of the US. We were traveling, and then I was in South Africa, and then back in Rhode Island, and it's just been everywhere. She was back home trying to get here the past 2 years and hasn't been able to. 2-3 years later, we end up back in the same town. Like, tell me that's like not the universe having my back. Tell me divine timing isn't a thing. What are the odds of that? Like, sure, there's been like a pandemic, there's been like so many things that interfered, but like that's the point. There's been so many things that like have happened, and somehow we both ended up here unintentionally. Like, I'm gonna be living 10 minutes, I looked it up, 10 minutes away from my best friend, who I haven't seen in 3 years. We haven't reunited either. We FaceTime weekly, monthly, but we have not seen each other in, it's August? And in September, it'll be 3 years. I remember the day she left, I was sobbing. So, that's where we're moving. That is the exciting announcement. I am so excited to go back to the East Coast. I'll get into why. I miss it so much. 3-hour plane ride from my family to Rhode Island, to Massachusetts, to New Hampshire, where all my family is. They're all there, asking me when I'm coming home to visit. I'm gonna be 3 hours from them. If I need to get home, I can quickly jump on a plane. If I would need to see them, if I miss them, take a couple days, go see my family. I haven't seen my family since March, but I'm gonna be so close to them now, and they can come see me, and I can go to them, and it's just like, and then for Tyron, we're closer to South Africa. Like, it just all makes sense. It just makes, and it wasn't planned. Like I said, we applied and interviewed other places, but we're gonna be so close to Rhode Island and to New England and to just my home. So that is the moving update. Woo! I'm gonna take a break to get some air. Okay, we are back. So that brings me to like my next thing. You're probably like, where are you living? Etc, etc. Very exciting news. We are no longer gonna be living in staff housing. I am so excited about this. Not because I don't like the people I live with. They've all been so kind. We were closer to the people we lived with in Florida, so you remember like all the Florida roomies, and I'm sure we're gonna reunite with them at some point when we get to Florida. So that was great. It was nice. Like, if we got lucky, like we haven't had like shitty roommates. Living in staff housing, it's always a risk unless you like know the people, but generally a lot of times you don't know like who you're gonna be living with. So unless you like keep going back to the same places for years, then you can like request who you want to live with. But because it's like such a revolving door, the hospitality industry, like you have no clue who you're living with. So we got lucky, but it is time to start our journey living just us, with no roommates, no housemates, just Tyron and I in an apartment. So we leased an apartment for 1 year in Palm Beach, Florida. I am so excited. I had a few apartment tours. I didn't vlog that because it was all virtual, so you couldn't really see much. So I vlogged that, and I am so excited. You guys are gonna really like it, I think, I hope, because that's where all the vlogs are gonna be for like the next year. So you better like it. I keep picturing my life there. I'm like manifesting how I want things to be, and I just like keep picturing it, and it's just so cool to think to be living there and to build a life there, start the next chapter there. This is my first big girl apartment. I've only really lived, like, if not in my family's house, then in Airbnbs when we were traveling, or in staff housing. But that, like, you didn't have to like get approved for that, really. Like, it just kind of came with working seasonally. I now have my own apartment. My credit was good. I have money. And I got my first big girl apartment, and I am so excited. So I'm like in the saving process right now, where I'm like saving all my money. As much as I like don't want to live with people anymore, it was cheaper to live with people. So I'm like saving all my little coins and pennies for this. That is the update on that. So I'm moving across the country again. There is going to be plenty of road trip vlogs. I hope you're ready. There's going to be quite a few. We have to plan our road trip now. We're leaving in a month from like a month and a few days, which is insane. So I need to like soak up all of my time here in Arizona as I can, because honestly I didn't love it. And that had to do not with necessarily the place. This place isn't for me. You know when a place is for you, and this place isn't for me. I'm not a West Coast girl. I'm not a landlocked girl. I don't like it. I don't like the desert. I'm not really in the desert because I'm in like a mountain town in Flagstaff, but anywhere you go or want to drive to, it's the desert. Like, unless you want to drive 8 hours to like San Diego, which I would have loved to do, but this place just isn't for me. If I was making like a lot more money and like was able to do more, I think I would enjoy it. But because I haven't done too much, I'm just like, I don't like it. It's summer, it rains every day here. It's monsoon season. It's so depressing. It's, for me, I know some people love it and it's your jam, and I hope you enjoy it and soak it all up. That is why life is so cool. We're not all meant to have the same path and journey. This one just isn't for me. But I know it benefited my life somehow by being here. I know it did. I know I needed to be out here. I know I needed to be away from Rhode Island and from home and from familiarity to get my grounding with myself again, because as much as I didn't like love Arizona or just like working and living here, this is the most I've been in touch with myself in my entire life. I have gotten into yoga here. I found a community of yoga, and I started like that journey, and I've gotten more in tune with my mind and my body. I've started this like healthier lifestyle mentally and physically, as you've seen in all of the vlogs, which has been life-changing for me. I feel so much more connected with myself, and I understand myself so much better, and I've just been doing so many good things for myself. So that's amazing. Like, that, if I didn't come out here, I don't think that would have happened as easily. I think it would have taken me like a lot longer to get to this point. I'm sweating again. I liked Flagstaff. I would come visit here. Like, I feel like I didn't get to explore it enough. Like, Flagstaff I have quite a bit. Sedona, Phoenix, and then like more of the West Coast I feel like I haven't been able to get to, because honestly, like, financially, like, we're in a big savings period, and also like I wasn't making as much money as I normally do, like, on the East Coast. There's times for spending and times for saving. It was not a spending time, which is unfortunate, because the West Coast is so cool. Like, I've been to Vegas, would love to see San Diego, would love to go back to Phoenix. I would love to see Colorado and Washington and just like explore this whole coast, but just, it wasn't the time. I didn't come out here for that. I know one day, if it's meant to be, I will get out here again, maybe not to live, but to explore. But right now, it just was not that time period in my life. So yeah, I didn't love it. My work experience wasn't for me. Like I said, I was out here for a reason, but it just wasn't for me. And it makes me a little sad, because I have met some really nice people here. You guys have seen in the vlogs. I haven't really introduced any of them, because we don't get enough time like outside of work to like really hang out. But the few that I have, I know I will carry those relationships into the future with me. But like I said, it serves a purpose, and I'm happy I came out here. I met good people. I would have loved to explore more. Like, you're gonna see it in the next few vlogs. We went to Phoenix. You'll see what happened with that. We went to the creek, which you'll see. Maximum recording time reached, which probably means I should end this video anyway, because I actually have to get ready for work now. I have 4 weeks left, and then I leave here. So this video is going up in real time in August, but then we're jumping a little bit backwards because I have to catch up on editing all the vlogs. So that is my life update. I'm moving across the country again, road tripping again. My little Jeep has been with me through everything. This is why I always film these in my car, because this is my most comfortable place in the world. But yeah, moving, new apartment, friends. I'm like looking at Arizona right now. I did enjoy it. I hated a lot of it, but I did enjoy it. And I am gonna try to soak up the last like month here, and try to do as much as I can. So yeah, that is the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I love you all. I hope you're ready for this next chapter of my life. Thank you for being here through everything with me. There's been good, there's been bad, there's been emotional, there's been happy. There's been so much since I started my channel. And whenever I film these big life updates, like, that's what I call them, big life updates. Just remember how many of you have been here since like day one, where I like was filming on my phone and it was so bad, but you've been here through it all, and it's just only starting. Like, I'm in my early 20s, like, life is just beginning. So thank you. I love you all so very much. If you're new and got to this point, thank you for sticking around. If you're not new, I love you and I'm grateful for you, and I'm so excited to see what's to come. So yeah, I'm sweating, so I'm gonna end this vlog. Like, I'm actually like kind of, like, you can see it on my shirt. Okay, I'm gonna go. Love you all. I will see you soon. Bye.